Hey, hi there. You are watching and listening to Zipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. You're out there. You are who you are. Who are you?
Who are I? I are Dinius Dave in Newport News, Virginia.
That's his handle on Instagram, by the way. If you're going to follow anybody, follow this guy. Follow all of our TJs. They all have Instagrams.
Yes, they do.
I'm beside myself because I'm finally, for the first time in 21, almost 22 years now, we are actually having and dissecting Ka, the newly branded Ka. And if you've seen, you should watch our packaging video. The bottles we nominated as brand of promise in the packaging category because it's so the story of the packaging and the progression and the evolution of this brand
Yes.
really merited a separate video just for that. Okay? So that way we're not going 20 minutes about the bottle.
Packaging and all that stuff.
But anyway, we loved the Blanco, brand of promise nominee, Reposado, really stellar. I'm anxious to try this Anejo though, so I'm gonna pour mine in a Glencairn. I guess you're gonna use this Tassel Jarrito, okay?
Using the short one.
Let's see. So far, yeah, there it is. I wanted to make sure that it says Ka on the cork, and so they have branded corks as well. Oh, hello. That smells good. I'm gonna pour some in my Glencairn. That's a beautiful color, man. Wow.
That is nice. Ooh, kind of a shiny dark amber.
Well, it's almost like brassy. It's like brassy. There's like brass highlights in it.
Yeah, exactly. Nice legs and tears, just like the other two.
Wow. Do we know? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they're telling you on the website that it's just regular oak barrels that they're aging it in.
4.5. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, that was extra. 2 years in American oak casks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure the difference between cask and barrel other than maybe a size.
No, they're all the same. They have to be by law. If they're a secondary market, they have to be a certain amount and used only once. If it's American oak, they can only use it once by law. So the secondary market for barrels is huge. Wow, those legs and tears are just thick.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I mean, I was saying I was under the impression that Arturo Fuentes, who is the overseer of the entire plant and also master distiller in some of the brands, I thought he was responsible for this one, but he's not. I found the name on the neck tag. It's real minor, a real small font.
Mr. Hector Rene Moreno Lopez.
Yeah, he must be the one now in charge of many of the newer brands coming out of there. Probably more for the Stoli Group and for Amber Beverage. Wow, this is just beautiful to look at.
It is.
I'm really impressed with the legs and tears on this baby. Wow.
Just nice.
Why is this reminiscent? Why is this reminiscent of the French oak? Why is it reminiscent of the Reposado?
I don't know.
The Reposado says that it's aged in French oak on the website.
Yeah.
The bottle says
American
oak. I'm going to go with what the website says.
This says American oak.
Okay.
2 year.
You're getting all honey, caramel.
a nice anejo.
Yeah, you don't get the there's no dried fruit going on, and there's no like an extra añejo where you would get that. Uh,
Mm.
the we noticed the blanco the nose on the blanco was a bit muted,
Yes,
but the flavor profile, all the action was in the flavor, which is fine with me. I love that.
it had a nice flavor. Very complex.
Yep.
Reposado was fairly complex too.
Yeah, the reposado was. And Dave brought something very interesting. He brought up an interesting point. The old Ka reposado was a 110. That's 110 proof.
Yes.
And 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 he went on a limb and said he thinks that the reposado in this version, in this iteration, the new and improved Ka, is their flagship. And I said, well, wait, let's try the
More.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the old one was, but
Yeah.
but the new version is actually quite good, and lots of stuff going on there. It was really bolder than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I love this. This is mellow. This is more in line with what I'm used to seeing. Dave and I were talking off camera that it seems now that when we first started doing these, we would see a natural progression of Blanco, Reposado, Añejo.
Yes.
And it was just one would naturally lead to the other, lead to the other. Now it seems that these brands are coming up with almost like three different expressions for three different types of tastes.
Yeah.
So
Like French oak in the Reposado, and this one saying American oak.
yeah. And it's almost like you're coming up with three different personalities
Yeah.
of flavor profiles instead of having a natural progression of one. So, and that's okay too. That's interesting. So that makes everybody happy. If you're a Blanco guy and all you want to get is Blanco, great. If you're a Repo person, that's great. If you're an Añejo guy, that's great. All right, we got to dive in because this nose, it's almost one-sided to me. Can you hear us, Dave? Oh, no. Come back to me. There you go. You're back. Yeah, you're fine. Well, I know. That scared me too because this is why we call it sipping off the cuff, folks, because we're at the mercy of the internet. Let's dive in before we lose each other, okay?
Yes.
I know that's funny to you. You should feel it
That's
from
what happened to me a couple episodes back.
Yeah, well, I try to do that retronasal, and every once in a while, it'll go down the wrong pipe, just one drop. That's why I never take a full blown sip. You don't really need all that to get what you're looking for. But the pepper and the spice and the hot cinnamon is like, wow, almost up front. It's like it doesn't even wait till the mid palate to attack. It's like right at the entry.
And then kind of I don't know what, like the vapors are going down the back of my throat.
It almost reacts like it's at a higher ABV. This is at 80 proof, right?
It's 80 proof.
Okay, well, we just off camera we just broke these seals, and again, PSA, keep a sharp knife nearby because you're going to need it. That it's almost as if it's been double shrink wrapped, something.
Double cellophane.
Yeah, and you're going to be fighting it, for 20 minutes before you open the damn thing. So anyway, yeah,
This would probably be one. This would probably be one that would hold up to your cigar.
Yes. Well, I would. I didn't even mention that in the reposado. I would probably do a reposado with a cigar in that case.
That one you probably could.
Yeah, and that one you'd use a mellower cigar. This one you could go bold, because this is a bold flavor profile. This is really right. This is, wow. This almost behaves like a bourbon. It's like a bourbon.
Very much so.
Wow. It's a full-on in-your-face. This is an in-your-face flavor profile. Wow. There's nothing so.
On the website, it says distinctive by powerful agave flavors, which are accompanied by chocolate, tobacco, and coffee flavors.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm getting any agave. I'm getting a lot of barrel, and I can see chocolate, tobacco. I can see. We also noticed off camera we were drinking a lot of water, and I said, that reposado was really dry. And he goes, yeah. So be aware, folks. Have a glass of water with you when you try these. Again, not a bad thing, but you're going to notice some dryness on your palate, and that's again by design, because
it's the barrels.
It's the barrels. They have Amber Beverage. Stoli Group has a wide distribution around the United States. You could probably get this anywhere. I know that Dave was saying the Blanco was more expensive than the Reposado. The Reposado, $55.
Old Town, yeah.
This
one. Ooh, come on.
Wow, it's even getting
$65 on sale for $60.
Really? Wow.
That's a pretty good deal for an Anejo.
Yeah.
This bold.
This is very bold, and the longer it sits, the longer it opens up, the more it starts to talk to you.
Yeah. After the alcohol subsides in it a little bit, yeah, they're getting more of the.
But it's really heavy on the caramel, heavy on the vanilla, the honey, pretty to look at. But it behaves like that's why I asked you. This isn't barrel strength. It really behaves like it's a barrel strength, or if it's a bourbon. It's got that. It's really bourbony to me. And you're right. Maybe the Repo is the flagship. It's the one that people reach for the most.
Yeah,
this is great for after dinner. This is great for after dinner.
Yeah.
If you have a sweet dessert, you want to pair this because then you have sweet and dry. They won't clash, but one will kind of complement the other.
This one it's got that dryness too.
Yeah. See, it makes Dave bark. For those of you listening to the podcast, you don't know he's got a pet. that was just
the cat.
That was Dave voicing his approval. So, anyway, you know what? I like this. This is You know what? That whole line, man. Brand of Promise nominee in the Anejo category. You know what I was going to say too, Dave? I don't believe that there's a weak link in the entire line.
No.
If I had one complaint, it would be that the Blanco's nose was a bit muted.
That was it.
And that was it. And again, I don't look. That's not a bad thing. It's just
the taste is there to back it up, though.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The flavor profile of the Blanco, which I believe is also enhancing what we're getting in the Anejo. But again, there are like 3 different expressions. The flavor profile is not the same in each of these.
No.
So I think if you're a vodka drinker or a gin drinker, you might want the Blanco. Okay. It doesn't have the gin nose, but it's got that.
Tequila drinker, the Reposado.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a good thing you mentioned the cigar with the Repo. I think that would hold up with the Reposado, but also with the Anejo for sure.
Yes.
Wow, that's stellar. That's Ka, ladies and gentlemen. Ka, Day of the Dead. And I'm really glad. Again, I want to thank Angela Bosco from Amber Bev who made this happen.
Thank you.
Angela, you rock. Thank you, young lady. I hope she's watching. We're going to give her props because it's probably embarrassing her too. But
I don't know about that.
She made this happen for us. It's so appreciated. COD Day of the Dead. If you could find it somewhere, go pick it up. You could probably find it nationwide.
Yeah. I think
But
so.
that's our
It's
take.
in Total Wines. It's in.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Well, anywhere that will ship to you, or if there's a big box in your state, go get it. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a like, and then leave a comment. Tell us if you've had Ka. You know, if you're comparing the old to the new, tell us what you got, okay?
Yeah.
Because Dave has nothing left, and I've never had it. This was my first. Like I say, I only had a sample of the 110.
Yeah.
That was over 9-10 years ago, and
I got a little bit left of the 110. I'm gonna have to try it.
yeah, you're going to have to. That 110 was stellar. I still remember how great it was. But this reposado, you know, and again, if Ka has an extra añejo, we would really like to try it.
Yes, we would.
Yeah, and just a suggestion, if it
Angela.
if it goes up the ladder to you know, I don't know, Stoli, in Belarus, I don't know. How about a 110 version? Okay, 110 version in a red bottle. I'm saying it now.
There you go.
I would like it. I would like to see it. Anyway, that's our take on Ka Añejo Day of the Dead. I am Mike Morales here in Southern California. That guy out there is
Dave Denny is Newport News, Virginia.
You've been listening and watching the Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. Please subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you are, we're there with you. Hey, subscribe to our magazine. You know, Dave, you'll see pictures of Dave. Send us your best picture, and and tag us on it on Instagram. If you like it, if we like it, we might even be in the pages of the news of the magazine. Okay, so hey, you know, but whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.